This Sunday we have the MTV Movie Awards, so I thought it would be fun to play a popular game often associated with the Golden Globes and the Oscars, but rarely with the Moon Men. And that's who should win and who will win. Now some of you might be thinking, who cares? But while the MTV Movie Awards, and to some degree the entire network, might not have the same cachet it once did, it still corners a demographic, and Hollywood loves demographics, especially those with money to burn, aka allowances. That's why so many movie stars turn up for Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards, and why Mark Wahlberg, star of Transformers: Age of Extinction, hosted this year. They want all those little kids to go see the movie, and they also want teenagers to go, which is why Wahlberg has also been doing ads for the MTV Movie Awards, even though Conan O'Brien is hosting them this year. So without further ado, let's play who should win and who will win. And remember, it's not a bunch of MTV suits who decide who wins, but viewers who vote online. Starting off, Movie of the Year. This is an easy one. The Hunger Games: Catching Fire should win and will win. Should win? Yes! Catching Fire was a huge improvement over the first Hunger Games film, so much so that it was actually one of the best movies of the year. Domestically, it surpassed all the big comic book movies to become the highest-grossing film of the year, and this is the demographic that made that happen. Catching Fire is actually worthy of a Movie of the Year award, and it's fitting that MTV viewers would be the ones to give it to them. Next, Best Male Performance. Leonardo Dicaprio should win. His performance was a genuine crowd pleaser, and his Jordan Belfort achieved the adolescent American dream. Back in the day, MTV would be the place that could be counted on to celebrate a role like this, and maybe they will. Then again, A, viewers might not have been allowed to see such a raunchy film, and B, Josh Hutcherson is part of Catching Fire mania. Plus, this was the movie where PETA finally got hot. Not to mention, he already won Best Male Performance back in 2012 for the first movie. Same goes for Jennifer Lawrence for Best Female Performance. In fact, she not only won back in 2012, but also last year for Silver Linings Playbook. MTV viewers love J-Law, and unlike former MTV movie queen Kristen Stewart, Lawrence seems to be enjoying her reign, which is why she should win and will win. Next, we have Best Scariest Performance. Hey, it's categories like this that set the MTV Movie Awards apart. Now in this category, it's all about the clip that's submitted for voters' consideration. The result is that while The Conjuring is a brilliant horror film marking a new high point for the genre, the clip they submitted just isn't as good as the clip from Mama. So while Vera Farmiga from The Conjuring should win, Jessica Chastain from Mama will win. Now with Breakthrough Performance, this is actually a pretty solid group of nominees. And while I think older fans would give this to Michael B. Jordan, I'm not sure if he's connected with the teen demographic just yet. So I'm inclined to say that Will Poulter should win this category and will win it, as he seemed to have turned quite a few heads with his lovable and fun turn in We're the Millers. Not to mention, it's interesting to see another UK acting chameleon using his skills for raunchy comedy rather than high drama. As for Best On-Screen Duo, no question, Vin Diesel and Paul Walker should and will win, honoring one of the longest-running team-ups in silver screen history that came to a tragic end just last year. Best Shirtless Performance, aka the Mcconaughey Award. This should go to Jennifer Aniston, who stripped her way to one of her biggest hits this summer with We're the Millers. Kudos to the 45-year-old actress for not only going outside her comfort zone, but for showing there's a big audience for that. However, I don't think MTV viewers are that concerned about ageism, and since Sam Claflin took his shirt off in the Hunger Games: Catching Fire, he will win. Now over in Best Fight, we have a real competition going on. Jason Bateman versus Melissa McCarthy is a little tame, but the rest? Stellar on-screen action. I'm inclined to say that once again the Hunger Games: Catching Fire Mutant Monkeys fight will win, but truly all four of these nominees should win. We've got 2 three-ways over in Best Kiss and 1 same-sex kiss. Pretty kinky stuff for the MTV set. But since that same-sex kiss involves Jennifer Lawrence, American Hustle will win. But the charming first kiss between Miles Teller and potential future MTV movie queen Shailene Woodley in The Spectacular Now should win. There's also some pretty stiff competition for #WhatTheF moment. Hands down, this should go to Leonardo DiCaprio's Lamborghini sequence, arguably the highlight of the film, and a rare chance to see DiCaprio not just do physical comedy, but nail it. However, speaking of cars, Cameron Diaz having sex with the car in The Counselor was truly a what the f moment. but not in a good way. So ultimately, the bad grandpa cross-dressing child beauty pageant striptease, which was pretty brilliant on multiple levels and the calling card for the entire movie, likely will win. Next, Best Villain. Is the Hunger Games catching fire so strong it will give Donald Sutherland a win here too? It just might, as the other nominees are more highbrow than fun. The only chance for an upset is Barkhead Obdi from Captain Phillips, who out of this group should win, but Sutherland likely will win. Meanwhile, Best Musical Moment probably will go to J-Law for American Hustle, but it should go to the Backstreet Boys for This Is the End, who enabled this stellar apocalyptic comedy to unbelievably top itself in the final moments, just when it seemed it had nowhere else to go. Best Comedic Performance is also a tough category this year, with several worthy nominees. Jonah Hill should win, as he transformed himself to such a degree he was able to hold his own against Dicaprio. Hill wasn't just funny, he was also acting. But Johnny Knoxville's antics in Bad Grandpa probably will win, yet I wouldn't discount Jason Sudeikis in We're the Millers, who has surprisingly strong support from the teen demographic. Now, for some reason, Jonah Hill isn't nominated for Best On-Screen Transformation, yet that's okay, because once again, Jared Leto should win and will win. Plus, he's gracious enough and game enough to show up and collect his Moon Man as well, even though his awards shelf is probably pretty crowded at this point. Then for Best Cameo, Rihanna should win and will win for This Is the End. I mean, come on, she slaps Michael Cera. With Best Hero, we have a little Marvel vs. DC action going on here, and one of those superheroes probably will win. My money's on Robert Downey Jr. But Martin Freeman in The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, a little guy imbued with an incredible amount of humanity, should win. Finally, favorite character. We've been able to actively follow this vote in real time via Twitter, with Khan, Veronica Mars, and even Loki no match for Katniss and Triss, who are surprisingly locked in a dead heat. Is it time for that new MTV Movie Queen already? So who do you think should win and will win? Be sure to share your own thoughts down below, and come back Monday morning to hear my review of the MTV Movie Awards. I'm Grace Randolph, and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now.